knowing the difference between what you have a right to do and what is right to do. Well said by someone. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Knowledge Star, Continuous Knowledge Excellence. My name is Karuna Singh. Today, we have a very special guest who is an assistant professor in KLEF College of Law, KLEF Deemed to be University, Andhra Pradesh, India. Please welcome Dr. G. Vinodini Devi. Welcome, Dr. Devi.
Thank you.
Okay, so my very first question is, what are some of the major trends or changes you have observed in the field of law in recent years?
I would like to start off with a statement that is known to all of us. Change is the nature of law, right? So when we say that particular statement, it is equally find its place in the legal field also, because when we talk about the law or any of the enactments, when we talk about, we are seeing a number of amendments are being done to the existing legislations which are there already in existence to rule us or to control our conduct, which we are performing in the society. So I see there are a number of changes which are coming up. And when we talk about in the olden days, if we see, Dharma is a concept which used to rule, that is where the fear of God was there in all of us. And right now also we are having that same thing in one's mind, but still we see that there is a crime which is taking place in a huge volume. So when we see all this, I think due to the development, that is, as and when there is a change in the civilization and the change in the lifestyle of the human beings, and also the education and all other aspects, wherever where change is there, we are seeing that lot of changes are being done. Because when we talk about earlier, if we take a home, that is a house, in that house there are all the siblings used to stay in one single house. But now we are saying, that is what we are talking about, the joint families. But now we are not seeing any joint family system existing. So we are seeing only nuclear families. So that is the way the changes are being taking place in the society very often. And when we talk about exclusively in the field of law, we see that in earlier times, if we talk about, the technology was not there and there is no mind interpretation skills, that is the analysis skills of a particular subject or the topic was not this much developed, because as per that particular circumstances, you used to resolve that particular things then and there in that particular family only. That is, when we talk about a family, if there is any small dispute in the family, the head of the family used to resolve them. They never used to go out of the house and they used to tell to the third person that they are facing so many issues in the family. So, so that particular thing, now if we see, for each and every small issues, we are coming out of the house, we are coming out of the relatives and talking about, let us go and resolve in the court of law for each and every small issues. So when we talk about that, we see that for petty cases also, we are where there is no big problem in that particular situations also, we are approaching the court. And also at the same time, we are again blaming the court only, saying that it is not resolving the disputes in no time. That is, there is a delay in dispute resolution mechanism as such. So when we talk about that, the speedy trial proceedings, which was existing even in the courts, it has changed nowadays. And we are saying that for each and every case, there is no need of coming to the court and resolving it. It can be resolved then and there and within a amicable premises. That is where there is no, say for example, if I take the example of the family issues, if any small issue that is with between the couple is going to lead to a particular situation where they think that, okay, let us go and resolve in the court of law, the trauma which will be attached to that particular individual is more when we talk about resolving within the relatives or within the family members. But still, we are doing that particular thing. So, even in resolving the family disputes or any other disputes, nowadays the court itself is advising the parties to go and settle it in an amicable way, and have the concept introduced is alternative dispute resolution mechanism. That is, instead of coming to the court, what are the other means by which you can settle that particular disputes? That is what we are talking about. That is about the mediation, conciliation, and arbitration, which we are saying that it is a change which has come up in the field of law. And when we talk about the court justice delivery system also. So I think there is a drastic change which is coming up. And now we are saying that instead of going physically to the court and filing and disposing and resolving the matters, we are nowadays seeing, due to the pandemic situation, we started using the digital technology in resolving the court proceedings also. That is, nowadays you are seeing even the Supreme Court is talking about resolving some issues online proceedings. That is, you can hear the arguments which are taking place in the court, among in the four walls of the court. Now you can see it online.
I would like to ask one question, that you are saying that now the proceedings are, people, Supreme Court is doing proceedings online. So
Yes.
how do they do that? I mean, how Supreme Court is doing like that? What is the technology they people are using, and how they are doing
They
that?
are using the artificial intelligence which is coming up. It is also not only the computer science students who are using that particular technology, but even it has the impact, or we are using even in the legal field, by saying that by sitting somewhere, that is, I am sitting right now in Andhra Pradesh and you are sitting in another place. So when we are talking as such, even the legal, that is, the courts are also implementing the same technology. That is where you are talking about a platform which has been designed according to the requirements of the legal, that is the court proceedings, where you are talking about. It has been implemented there also. The AI technology has been implemented in dealing the online proceedings. That is where it is giving the access to the advocates, where they are generating their own IDs for that particular process to log in, and then they can start off that particular arguments. And even if the same link that is not given to others, the same link, the advocate who is, because normally what we will be doing in the physical, this thing is, we need to mention our enrollment numbers also while filing the cases. That is when we file the plaint in the court of law. So the advocate should mention their enrollment numbers.
Okay,
Yes.
then how do you think technology is changing the practice of law, and what skills do lawyers need to adapt to these changes?
When we talk about the technology changing in the practice of law, I can say that due to the globalization and advancement in digital technology, we are talking nowadays, it is not only into the practice, but it started from the education level itself. That is legal education, which we are talking about. From there itself, it has started the founding for the law practitioners how to use the technology in the field of your practice. That is where we are talking about with the medium, that is ICT tools, which we are talking about, is being transforming the conventional classroom teaching. So when that particular thing is started in that particular process as a first step, then even the legal practitioners, they need to use that in preparing their pleadings? Because earlier we used to write on a piece of paper the pleadings, that is the facts which we collect from the client, we used to prepare on a piece of paper. Now we are having the technology which has made that particular pleading preparation also easy. So the practicing advocates or the practicing persons who are practicing law should also know what is the database or what is the softwares which are there available to make them ease with their pleading draftings, that is the drafting of the plaints or drafting or written statements, and how even it is giving us the information that what questions to be posed in case of a chief examination and the cross examinations. And also we are saying, but nowadays earlier electronic evidences are not taken into consideration, but now we are giving even the validity for the electronic information when you place it as an evidence. So we are saying that these particular advocates who are going into the practice, they need to know how to use the technology, and they need to know how to do the research. That is when we talk about the reference cases in their pleadings to support them, they need to know how to do the research online. Because when we do the research and when your pleadings are very perfect enough, then you can say that your case can be won, even if you are not putting it efforts in the arguments. That is where we are talking about. That is, drafting is a very important area where the legal practitioners has to concentrate on. So the technology is giving that particular thing, that is, it has made the practitioners work of drafting at a ease. That is what I feel. That is, they need to know what are the softwares which are available and how to handle that particular softwares. All this they need to acquaint themselves so that it can reduce their energy, I can say, or the time where they can prepare their pleadings in that particular areas.
Well, how important is diversity and inclusion in the legal field? And what steps can organizations take to promote diversity and ensure equal opportunities for all?
Okay, as we all know that law, both study and practice, essentially and inevitably are connected to a social system. That's law subject is connected with the social system. So when it is connected, they are being included in the academic of, that is the curriculum of the law system itself, that is the education itself, and there should be a more restructuring so as to involve the students of law to the practical social phenomena. That is, not only just the theoretical is enough when we talk about the law, but you need to be exposed to the practical aspects also. What is going on, how you are going to resolve that particular issues, and how you are going to match, how you are going to make a matching of your theory with the practical. That is, whatever you have learned in the classroom or whatever you have learned in the curriculum, how you are going to apply it in the real life. That is, when you get a case, how you are going to apply, which law you are going to apply in resolving that particular problems when you are getting a client. So that is where you need to match. That is where the theory and practice should go in hand, and so that the law student may appreciate in a proper practical perspective of the theoretical prepositions of law, that is the provisions which are there in the law, while applying them into the practical life, that is in the practice, when he is observing in the society. Next one, coming to your next point, that is organizations, or how you are going to keep this diversity as an equal opportunity. Here, I would like to tell that voluntary service organizations and NGOs are coming in line with the legal education. That is where you are saying that legal services organizations in which more number of legal practitioners and law students, more of paralegal volunteers should be encouraged to serve the people in the need of legal assistance, and the legal service authority laws should be amended in accordance with the objectives for which we are talking about, what is their role in improving that particular practical aspects, and where you are talking about equal opportunities for all. So the services amendments are needed. That is, legal service authority rules should be amended in such a way that all the law students who had obtained the law degree should go to the villages, work for few years there, and try to resolve the issues which are there in that particular area. And after that, they can be, as we are having in the medical sciences. In the medical science, we are having the apprenticeship, that is the house surgeon kind of thing. So, in the same way, in the legal field also, I feel that the advocates, that is, after passing that particular degree, as we are having anyhow the All India Bar exam to get ourselves enrolled and enter into the practice. But apart from that, I feel that real exposure is also required, because once you go into the village and know what are the problems are there and how to resolve that particular thing, what are the legal provisions you are going to apply in resolving that particular problems, it should be learned once they are in the college level itself. That is also done, as we are having the legal aid clinics, legal aid literacy and everything. So that is a part of which where we can say that equal opportunity can be given. That is not only for the legal students.
Okay, how do you see the future of the legal profession evolving, and what opportunities and challenges do you foresee for law graduates in the coming years?
There is a bright future, we can say, for the legal professionals, provided the members of legal profession are equipped with the sufficient and necessary legal expertise and act with the sense of professional responsibility. So when you are not acting according to your sense of professional responsibility, I think you cannot achieve that particular, whatever the main objective which we are focusing in that particular field. And coming to your challenges, I think one of the most is transforming from the traditional mindset to the a, a technological mindset among the students, because when we see our professors, they used to open the textbooks, they used to read it, and they used to prepare the synopsis on a piece of paper, everything they used to do. But now we are saying that technology has given us the information on just one click. That is, you can see what is there in that particular thing. So when we were talking about all this, we can say that the traditional mindset of the law students towards the legal profession should be sufficient by an activist and dynamic perspective towards the legal profession, and proceed with a sense of commitment and determination to serve the legal profession with practical comprehension to the legal issues, that is the social issues. Whatever the social issues are there, you need to address them in a comprehensive way, and the challenges that are to be attended with top priority, whatever, because the challenge which we talk about today may not be the challenge for tomorrow. It might have already accomplished, so it cannot be the challenge again. So this is what I feel when we talk about the challenges for the law students.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for this wonderful, interaction, and thanks for your time as well. And now over here, I would like to tell you about one of our products, that is APID, which stands for Academic Profile Identity. It is an innovative academic network for the researchers, academicians, scholars, and students. So you can explore APID by just visiting apid.journalslibrary.com. Further, I would like to tell you one more important thing, and that is kindly subscribe to the channel Knowledge Star. Hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
For more updates, subscribe to our channel, click the links shown on the screen to stay connected.